Dark Souls 2, Love It or Hate It, is the second title in the Souls trilogy, and also the least acknowledged in terms of story, events, and major characters in Dark Souls 3. There are plenty of problems with the game, the adaptability stat, the broken weapon durability, bosses, and plenty more. But that's not what drew in and kept its circle of followers. It's the story. A story that stood out between all three. It was still about linking the fire or letting it fade, but there was more to it than that. The curse, hollowing, and if one can cure it instead of burning the world in flame. Dark Souls 2 was about the curse, not cycles. When you awaken the things betwixt, you are the shadow of who you once were, thanks to the curse. Not all hope is lost, though, when you stumble across the old firekeepers who give you a human effigy, the equivalent of humanity in Dark Souls 1, and you remember, aka pick your starting class, you were. You're sent off to Majula, where the meme queen herself, Bearer Seek Seek Lest, awaits you. There you learn that you have to become the next monarch, to replace King Bendrick, the ruler and Gwyn equivalent of the land. He conquered the giants. He attempted to combat the undead curse, like those before him. Yet unlike the Lord of Sunlight and those behind him, he never took the throne. He refused to link the flame, or in this case, sit upon the throne of Wan. What's striking about the difference between them is that Gwyn sought to continue his age, his reign, whilst Vendrick, the human, only wanted to break the curse, to cure it forever. He believed that through the throne he could, and upon discovering he could not, that it would continue the cycle of his predecessors. His work doubled until he found the truth behind his queen.
Seeker of fire, I see you've subdued another foul creature. One of the father of the abyss spawn. That confounded quintessence of humanity. The abyss once had form, but then dissipated. And yet, traces of its existence endured. Each fragment, thirsting for power, spread dark with no relent. My dear Chandra was one such fragment. A feeble, tiny thing that thirsted for power more than any other. Driven by insatiable lust for a worthy vessel.
And so, he fled to the undead crypt to stop her from accessing the throne, its power, to keep it out of the hands of the Shard of Manus, Nashandra. It was there in that pit he realized his mistakes and failures.
Seeker of fire, conqueror of dark. I too sought fire once. With fire, they say, a true king can harness the curse. A lie, but I knew no better. Seeker of fire, you know not the depth of dark within you. It grows deeper still, the more flame you covet. Flame, oh, flame. Fire came to be, and with it, disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, light and dark. Dark was seen as a curse. Shadow is not cast, but born of fire. And the brighter the flame, the deeper the shadow. Inherit fire and harness the dark. Such is the calling of a true leader. One day fire will fade, and dark will become a curse. Men will be free from death, left to wander eternally. Dark will again be ours, and in our true shape, we can bury the false legends of yore. Only, is this our only choice?
Aldia, his brother, who aided in the work to cure the curse, discovered the first sin, linking the fire.
Once, the Lord of Light banished dark and all that stemmed from humanity. And men assumed a fleeting form. These are the roots of our world. Men are props in the stage of life, and no matter how tender, how exquisite, a lie will remain a lie. Young Hollow, knowing this, do you still desire peace? Peace grants men the illusion of life. Shackled by falsehoods, they yearn for love, unaware of its grand illusion. Until the curse touches their flesh. We are bound by this yoke, as true as the dark that turns within men. All men trust fully the illusion of life. But is this so wrong? A construction of facade, and yet a world full of warmth and resplendence. Young Hollow, are you intent on shattering the yoke, spoiling this wonderful falsehood? I am Allure. I sought to shed the yoke of fate, but failed. Now, I only await an answer.
He experimented on giants, hollows, monsters, to find a solution to no avail. The lessons of the former regents dawned upon him, and if others followed in the steps of his brother, he would counsel them. You, the bearer of the curse, must learn from the past. The players ventured to the forest of fallen giants, where the war raged to meet the last and pitiful giant. Then to the lost Bastille, the forgotten sinner, the ruins of Hade, trapped in time, the grounds of the Iron Lord's hunt, a baneful lover's tower, and the Iron Keep itself, and finally, down into the Black Gulch where the Rotten awaits. All throughout these regions, the enemies that stand before us are humanoid, some beastly, but these are knights, soldiers, mages, humans, the remnants of the lords before attempting to conquer the curse. No gods, just man fighting death, with Aldia commenting along the way on what he learned.
Seek the throne. Seek light, dark, and what lies beyond. Many monarchs have come and gone. One drowned in poison, another succumbed to flame. Still another slumbers in a realm of ice. Not one of them stood here, as you do now. You, conqueror of adversities. Give us your answer. I lost everything, and remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you, but the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely? There is no path. Beyond the scope of light, beyond the reach of dark, what could possibly await us? And yet we seek it insatiably. Such is our fate.
Even the interior of Drangleic Castle, the statues, for the most part they're human. Nishandra looks human. We're human. We're not fighting to undo the mistakes of the gods. In fact, in Dark Souls 2, not a single enemy can be considered a god, and their presence is lackluster. We're fighting to discover what happened, to find answers, to seek if one can break the curse, by neither linking the flame or giving into the Dark Age. It's not about linking the fire to continue the Golden Age. It's whether you've given up trying to break the curse, or willing to plunge into the Age of Dark. Of course, Dark Souls 3 ignores all of these ideas to continue the story of Gwyn's sins, presenting new lore in additions to the old, with the inclusion of the secret daughter and identity of the firstborn. The only remnant of Drangleic is the loreless Drangset and the Shield of Want, Alva, Lucatil, Creighton, Faram, and other callbacks. Two games are stories about cycles, but one is about the curse and the way lords reacted to it and attempted to cure it, end it, eradicate it, but none of them made progress except you.
Are
Bearer
you
of the curse.
the
Are
next
you the
monarch?
next monarch or a pawn of fate?
Or merely a
Will you
pawn of
end the
fate?
curse or let it thrive anew over and over and over again?
Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead. Bearer of the curse, if you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk those grounds, without really knowing why. Bearer of the curse, long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free. You who link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked, souls will flourish anew, and all of this will play out again. It is your choice to embrace or renounce this. Great Sovereign, take your throne. What lies ahead, only you can see.